It's the midday news on CoreTV News. I'm Nifemi Oguntoye. Two bombs struck the empty residence of the Iranian ambassador in the Libyan capital. We'll bring you details of that in our foreign news segment. But we'll begin in Nigeria, where President Goodluck Jonathan says that the insinuation making the rounds that he plans to put in place an interim national government instead of handing over to a democratically elected president in May 29 as treasonable. He went on to say the only interim national government that can happen would be that of the military, which he added would not be accepted to the nation and the international community. Jonathan made this declaration at the opening mass for the plenary assembly of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, held at the Our Lady Queen of Nigeria Cathedral Garki in Abuja. He again assured all stakeholders that elections would hold on the rescheduled dates and the winners would be inaugurated on May 29. Lagos State Governor Babátúndé Fáṣọlá has described as malicious a statement credited to President Goodluck Jonathan that he was in Lagos to free residents from bondage. Fáṣọlá made this reaction while inspecting a proposed cemetery site along Lekki-Epe axis of the state. He says if truly residents of the state were living in bondage, the president would not have been able to spend 5 days in the state during his last visit.
I want to assume that he didn't make those statements, because if he did, the question to ask him is if he has come to free them from bondage. He was here for 5 days, meeting with people, dishing out money in dollars to them. These are the reports that we got, and I would have said that it was an unpresidential statement made in an act of desperation. That means he's been living in bondage for 5 days. If he was coming to rescue people from bondage, that means he himself was in bondage. If he wants to, you see, if he can live here for 5 days using patrol vehicles that we paid for, let him go and spend 5 days in Chibok, and he will know what bondage really means.
Other projects inspected by Governor Fáṣọlá includes the Lagos State Court of Arbitration building, 11th story building to provide shelter for 48 families at Isalegon, and a 401-meter-long canopy walkway at the Nigerian Conservation Foundation in Lagos. As the 2015 general elections approach, calls against the deployment of the military at the polls has again starts dominating the political circles. Social critic and legal practitioner Femi Falana has termed the use of soldiers during the election as unconstitutional and totally unacceptable. He made this declaration while addressing journalists at his Ikeja office in Lagos. He says the use of the military at the polls amounts to usurpation of the duties of the police, who, according to him, says Section 215 of the Constitution is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring law and order within the state.
Under the Electoral Act, under the Constitution, and under the Armed Forces Act, there is no provision, no reference, no duty assigned to soldiers in elections. And I'm challenging any lawyer to point to that provision of the law that allows the military to get involved in our elections. And in fact, the Court of Appeal made the point last week that whoever deployed soldiers for the election committed an infraction of the Constitution. That has not been challenged. Under Section 215 of the Constitution, it is the duty of the police to maintain internal security in Nigeria, law and order. Under Section 217, it is the duty of the Constitution, the duty of the armed forces, to defend the territorial integrity of Nigeria, to fight against external aggression. Now, even for the president to deploy soldiers to the northeast region, he has to go to the parliament. He has to declare a state of emergency first, and then go to the parliament to say, please, I need to adopt extraordinary measures in line with Section 305 of the Constitution to restore law and order in that region. So he cannot just on his own wake up to deploy soldiers, go and maintain law and order in Lagos. That is the function of the police. Elections, an election is not a war. And you only bring out soldiers when you are fighting a war.
In his reaction to the postponement of the elections, Falano condemned the role of the service chief in influencing the INEC chairman.
Chiefs, it is not their business to tell INEC what to do with elections. The NSA is the National Security Advisor to the President, not to Jega, not to INEC. So if he has any advice, he will offer it to the President. And by the way, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, there is a body called National Security Council, headed by the President. The Minister of Defense is a member. Another. The service chiefs are not members. Take it from me. That is the only body allowed by the Constitution, Section 153, to advise the President on the security of the nation, not service chiefs.
Meanwhile, INEC says the number of people that have collected their permanent voter cards has risen to 52,419,495. The Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Kayode Idowu, confirms the latest in Abuja, saying the figure amounts for 76.15% of 68,833,476 registered voters. INEC had on Tuesday said 52,275,367 people had collected their PVCs out of 68,833,476 registered voters. Idowu also stated that card readers would be deployed in 152,031 polling units across the country during the rescheduled March 28 and April 11 elections, adding that INEC had procured 26,000 extra card readers. Meanwhile, Senator Mohammed Ndume is concerned about claims of irregularities in the distribution of the PVCs, especially in Borno State and other states in the northeast. He insists that there is no truth in claims that Boko Haram activities should have prevented registered voters from collecting their PVCs. Ndume, who is representing Borno South in the Senate, explained that the exercise was centralized in the state.
I heard about it, but you know, let me tell you, my brother, things that are happening to us, it's only God that will save us. Because you find children that are in the camps that they don't know where their parents are. I have somebody that I know that has 18 children, he could only locate 3. He has 3 wives, he could only locate 1. I have those ones. I have people that are here, children that I had to send back, because when they were running away, they joined all the available means of transport and they find themselves in Abuja. So in some of the IDPs, we discovered that they are, young boys of 16, 13, or even less from my local government that find themselves in Abuja. And some as far as in Lagos. We have to transfer them back to the camps and keep them in the camps there. So, and then you always have people that are taking advantage of any bad situation. So they engage in that. I had, the instances, but we are keeping an eye on it, and the IDP zones are now being more secured, and the instances we have of this is being really taken care of.
Residents of the Federal Capital Territory have been reacting to the new amendment to the Constitution that now allows independent candidates during elections. Although the provisions will not take immediate effect, many of them see it as a good development. They are, however, concerned that the political elite may work against its implementation.
If we begin to apply such system in Nigeria, I think it's good. It also gives room, it reduces corruption, because some people consider the fact that run under a political platform, you don't have to pay a lot of homage. You understand what I'm saying? And but as an independent candidate, you feel you can, if you can board a brunt, you can really run. But for me, I support independent candidacy. It's good. It's good. It's healthy for our democracy.
It's a wonderful thing the Senate has done. But from that, anybody can stand for election anytime, any day, without coming out on a platform of any political party. I believe it's a good thing for our democracy. And from there, we can move forward.
If you want to test the popularity or anything. There's no need to form a political party. Yes, the political party have a role to play, but bringing an independent candidate into being, it enhances the political terrain of every nation in which Nigeria belongs. To me, I'm very happy for the Senate to pass such a resolution, and I also encourage that it's not passing the resolution alone, but let it come into being, into practical, let people be. And those who are independent candidates should be given a fair and fair, not for other people to use their own political party to suppress or dominate those people.
We'll take a break now, and I'll be back with more stories. Don't go away.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digit 360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Welcome back. You can also get all of our top stories on any of our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. Our Twitter handle is at CoreTV News NG. We'll also stream it live on YouTube now. It's youtube.com/CoreTV, leave space and news. Moving on now, the People's Democratic Party has accused Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha of instigating and insinuating certain things against the party. Of course, we'll bring you details of that story subsequently. APC Presidential Campaign Organization has dismissed threat of litigation made by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, over allegations that it was behind the hate campaigns against its presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari on AIT and the NTA. The agency had set a 72-hour ultimatum for the party to retract its claims and apologize for linking it to the documentary. But spokesman for the party's presidential campaign team, Garba Shehu, said in a statement that it will present credible witnesses in court, not only to prove its claims, but to also show that the maritime agency has since transformed into a campaign outpost for the PDP. He argued that the NIMASA Act does not envisage the involvement of the agency in political campaign, nor make provisions for hate campaigns and funding of the activities of the Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. The People's Democratic Party has accused Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha of masterminding an attack on widows holding a political rally in support of President Goodluck Jonathan. It consequently wants the police authorities to investigate the incident that took place on February 10 with a view to prosecuting the culprits. Spokesman for the party's presidential campaign team, Femi Fani-Kayode, claimed that the men who disrupted the rally were armed hired thugs who emerged from the government house in Owerri. He alleged that the police looked the other way as the thugs beat up the women who had gathered under the auspices of Imo Widows Association for the Solidarity March. Fani-Kayode added that an NTA cameraman was stabbed and his camera seized for daring to record the event. Well, despite the postponement of the general elections by 6 weeks by INEC, it looks as if preparations are in top gear by all political stakeholders. And as the people of Ekpe Division in Lagos reflect on the visit of President Goodluck Jonathan to the area over the weekend, facilitator of the meeting, Gloria Adebajo Fresa, says the visit is designed to bring leadership close to the governed. She says she will continue to mobilize Lagosians to vote for President Goodluck Jonathan.
What we're looking at is ensuring that the disconnect between the leadership and the followership is addressed effectively. The traditional rulers are the closest institution to the grassroots, and once we engage them and the federal government recognizes them and visits them and discusses the projects that interests the development of the communities and gets this response, and knows about what the communities are yearning for, then it goes a long way to addressing the issues. You learned about the power issue when the Oloja mentioned that, and Mr. President has made a note of it. And the gubernatorial candidate, JK, mentioned that with the Egbe and the other power stations, we're going to have light in Ekpe very, very soon. So you see, it actually enables the government at the federal level to appreciate the challenges, grievances, interests, sensitivities, sensibilities of the people, the grassroots.
A group of lawyers in Lagos have taken to the streets as they embarked on the march through Ikorodu canvassing support for the APC presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari and his running mate Yemi Osinbajo. The group, under the name Lawyers for Change, owed the essence of the solidarity march to a better governance amidst the current crisis the nation is going through. As the call for change, they also reiterate their stance that only the Buhari-Osinbajo ticket can provide the needed change for the country.
Lawyers for Change is a professional group of lawyers, exclusively so for lawyers, and the purpose and philosophy behind it is to participate in the democratic processes in our country by identifying and supporting people we consider, or individuals we consider, credible people who add value to governance if elected into office.
In reaction to the Lawyers' March for Change, these passerbys had this to say on the Buhari-Osinbajo candidacy.
It's a very simple issue. All we need is change. Osinbajo is our man, and we know his capacity. We know how he can turn this country around. He is under a ticket with Buhari to contest for the presidency of Nigeria and vice presidency respectively. We believe in him. We believe that the desired change is going to come with this, and we are very happy. We are waiting for it. We know we will actualize it, and it will come to pass.
By the grace of God, Buhari now going because of Boko Haram, with no peace, no light. But I believe by the grace of God, if Buhari come, everything change. Thank you very much. Amen.
In the same vein, students and business owners also took to the streets across Lagos to demonstrate their support for the candidate of the APC, Muhammadu Buhari, and his running mate Yemi Osinbajo. Drawn from various campuses, the students expressed their optimism that an APC-led government will bring about the desired change Nigerians deserve.
My name is Balogun Ismail Babatunde. I'm a final medical student of the University of Lagos. I'm one of the organizers of a youth group called the Generation for Change. We are a group of students, mainly students of the University of Lagos. It started from the College of Medicine. We are supporting this group as a campaign for the Buhari-Osinbajo team. We are volunteers for change. We believe it's time for Buhari and Osinbajo to take up the direction of this country. We are tired of the leadership of Jonathan, and that is what we stand for.
This volunteer used the occasion to urge Nigerians to collect their PVCs to enable them exercise their franchise come March 28 and April 11.
Oh, the rally following the announcement of the postponement of the elections, we noticed that it caused a kind of dispiriting amongst us. We are a group of young professionals and medical students who always go out every Saturday to campaign for Buhari because we believe in him as the face of change, as the face that will take Nigeria out of the rut that it's currently in. So we noticed that it caused a kind of lull, but our spirit cannot be broken. So this rally is to sensitize people.
And now to River State, where unknown gunmen have again struck, kidnapping one of the state governor's aide, Freddie Ndigbara. Ndigbara, who is an anchorman for Governor Rotimi Amechi, was whisked away by hoodlums in Kani community, Kana local government area of the state. It was gathered that Ndigbara, who is popularly called Freddie by government house workers, was accosted and forced into a waiting car by the gunmen during a ward rally organized by the APC in the area. His abductors immediately sped off to an unknown destination as members of the party in Kani, Ward 6, took cover to avoid being shot by the suspected kidnappers. Our former Chief Press Secretary to Amechi, Blessing Wikina, confirms the incident. A group of women under the platform of Concerned Edo Women have accused Edo State Governor Adams Oshomole of illegally acquiring a parcel of land belonging to the son of the Oba of Benin, Prince Ekpen Ediawa. The women appealed to the governor to hand off the property and return same to the rightful owner. Led by the group leader Evelyn Ine, the woman embarked on a solidarity visit to the prince, an APC chieftain in Benin, and vowed to stage a peaceful demonstration if the governor still holds on to it.
We know women, we don't fight. The effort we are going to do, we are going to make sure we mobilize as many women as we can to come out and demonstrate and tell Oshomole that he should know what is good for him at this time, because he has a mother. He should go to his house and talk to his mother. So his mother will advise him on what to do. You cannot just come to it. The palace have done so much for Oshomole. So I don't know why he has come out like this and come and say he wants to come and take the land of our own prince. So we have come out and we say no. We are against him. He should stand and make sure that he gives that land back to our prince. We are not happy, and those state women are not happy. The mothers are not happy. Everybody's not happy with him. So that
Ine, who lamented the untoward behavior of the governor, claims the group is neither affiliated to the PDP nor APC, but have come out openly alongside others to denounce the attitude of the state governor.
APC, I don't belong to PDP. We are concerned Edo women. Concerned Edo women. Concerned Edo women. This is not a political fight. It is not a political issue. It is not a religious issue. For the fact that you know that this thing is not good, we have to come out and say if we are against it, that we don't like it, we must stop it.
The land was taken from the prince, and that at no time did the governor threaten the prince. A young female suicide bomber believed to be working for the Boko Haram sect blew herself up alongside 5 others when the explosive devices strapped to her body was detonated at the congested GSM market in Potiskum, Yobe State. The dead victims were killed in the effort to intercept the girl at the entrance of the market, and 19 others were injured in the incidents. It's the second time in a month that the Potiskum GSM market has been bombed. The Bring Back Our Girls coalition has demanded for verifiable evidence of victories over Boko Haram insurgents from the military authorities, noting that accurate reporting in times of war is a critical tool for winning battles. The group says the military should provide photos, videos, and other evidences to show that it was making progress in the country's war against terrorism. The group, in a statement to mark the second week of its 6 weeks countdown to the war against terrorism and rescue of the Chibok schoolgirls in Abuja, says the federal government and the military should know that they have credibility deficits due to misinformation in the past. The statement, read by Tunji Olanrewaju on behalf of the group coordinator Obi Ezekwesili, also flagged what it called the conflicting signals on the renewed offensive in the northeast, noting that some presidential aides discountenanced a statement credited to President Goodluck Jonathan that normalcy will be restored in the area within 6 weeks. We'll take a break now, and we'll be back with stories outside Nigeria. Stay with us.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on CoreTV News.
Welcome back. Two bombs struck the empty residence of the Iranian ambassador in the Libyan capital, security officials say, but nobody was hurt. The attack was the latest to target a diplomatic mission in Tripoli, where most embassies have been shut since summer 2014, even as militias battled full control of the city. Spokesman for the security services in Tripoli, Isam Al-Amaz, says there has been no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack. One bomb exploded outside the security gate, and a second was lobbed into the grounds of the residence. And that wraps it this hour on CoreTV News. Do join us again at the top of the hour for more stories. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Thanks for being there.